Cleophas Malala, former Senator Kakamega, to report to the RCIO Western before Friday, so that he makes his statement. As we go further with the investigations, he will face full criminal charges.
Cleophas Malala, the deputy party leader of the Democracy for the Citizens Party, DCP, and a former Kakamega senator, has found himself at the center of a growing legal and political storm after a highly controversial incident at the Mumia Sports Complex. The uproar stems from Malala's dramatic arrival by helicopter, which landed unannounced in the middle of a football pitch during the final match of the Kenya Secondary Schools Sports Association Term 2 National Games. The event, which was meant to showcase young football talent from across the country, was instead interrupted by what authorities are calling a reckless and politically motivated stunt. Malala's helicopter touched down at approximately 2:30 p.m. on Saturday, right after halftime in the game between Muzingu Boys and St. Joseph Boys Kitale. Hundreds of students, officials, and spectators were present when the aircraft abruptly descended onto the pitch, without clearance, prior notice, or coordination with event organizers or aviation authorities. Western Regional Police Commander Issa Mohamud condemned the landing as a grave breach of both security and public safety regulations. This was an ill-advised intrusion that disrupted a national school event and endangered lives, Mohamud stated during a press briefing. It violated civil aviation protocols, Ministry of Education safety guidelines, and basic public event management principles. It was reckless, self-serving, and completely unnecessary. According to Mohamud, the landing was neither an emergency nor an accident. Instead, police believe the action was a deliberate publicity stunt meant to draw attention to Malala, likely in anticipation of a political campaign. The timing and theatricality of the act, coming during a national youth sporting event, has only intensified public criticism. This was not about the children or the sport. It was about one man trying to hijack a moment to feed his ego, Mohamud added. Our children are not props for political theater. Authorities are now pursuing legal action. Malala has been summoned to appear before the Western Regional Criminal Investigation Officer, RCIO, by Friday to explain his actions. Failure to comply, police say, will lead to his arrest. We will look for him anywhere in the country and apprehend him if he refuses to honor the summons, warned Mohamud. Additionally, Malala's pilot and the helicopter company involved in the incident are also under investigation. The Kenya Civil Aviation Authority is working closely with police and has indicated that it may revoke the license of the aviation company for violating air traffic laws and endangering lives. This level of irresponsibility cannot go unpunished, said Mohamud. The KCAA Director General has assured us that swift disciplinary action will follow. This is not the first time political theatrics have clashed with public order in Kenya, but the fact that the lives of school children were potentially endangered has brought a new level of seriousness to the issue. The incident raises pressing questions about how public figures conduct themselves during official events and how far they are willing to go to gain political mileage, even at the expense of public safety. Malala, for his part, has responded dismissively. Rather than issuing a formal statement or expressing regret, he took to social media to post a satirical image of a chopper labeled Sugoi Express and a hand with a pointed index finger. Accompanying the image was a mocking caption, "Surely, is this a crime?" The post was widely shared but drew mixed reactions, with some of his supporters defending him and others accusing him of downplaying a serious breach of the law. Critics argue that his response shows a lack of accountability and undermines the gravity of the situation. Police say the arrest of Malala was initially planned immediately after the match, but his convoy created a disturbance that led to traffic congestion on the busy Mumias Kakamega Highway. In an effort to avoid escalation, officers decided against using tear gas on the crowd, fearing that doing so would cause a stampede and endanger civilians further. Commander Mohamud made it clear that similar behavior will not be tolerated, especially with the East African Games approaching. We are sending a clear message. political impunity will not be allowed to disrupt public functions, especially those involving children, he said. The safety and dignity of Kenyans must come first. If a malfunction had occurred, we would have been talking about casualties. This incident shines a light on the tension between political freedom and responsible leadership in Kenya. It also underscores the importance of maintaining boundaries between politics and critical social functions such as education and sports. With investigations still underway and public debate raging, Malala's political ambitions may face significant hurdles if the courts determine that his stunt endangered public welfare. Ultimately, whether Malala intended to send a political message or simply generate buzz, his actions have sparked a national conversation about leadership, accountability, and the misuse of public platforms. As the investigation unfolds, it remains to be seen whether this will be a turning point in the enforcement of law and order in politically charged environments, or simply another case of impunity in Kenya's troubled political theater.
That was flagrant violation of Civil Aviation Rules and Civil Aviation Act 2013, Basic Education Act, Minister of Education Guidelines for Safety of Children, the Penal Code of the Republic of Kenya. It was this ill-advised intrusion disrupted a national schools event, endangered lives, and caused panic. And he violated every protocol known for aviation. Child safety and public event management. Let us not downplay this. The helicopter could have crashed. Learners could have been trampled in panic. Lives could have been lost. So let's not belittle this thing. This is a very serious thing. So the action of that politician and the pilot are irresponsible and reckless and national embarrassment and a criminal offense for that matter. You may be seeking maybe a political photo opportunity, but you caused a direct threat to the safety and dignity of Kenyans, Kenyan children particularly. So leadership is not about grandstanding, it's about protection, it's about service, it is about restraint. So he came out and vanished in the middle of the people. So we could not have done anything at that time, but the investigation is going on. We will deal with him. We will arrest. Definitely we will go for him.